Welcome in to the CatCast again with your host, Cat Kennison, here to give you another podcast today, a most excellent podcast. We are very excited today, Cat is, because of the excellent peace deal that we now have in the Middle East, the Abraham Accords, or as some have said, the Abraham? I like Abraham. Anyways, we are so happy that peace has finally come to the Middle East. This is excellent news for everyone, and that's going to be our podcast today because that's what's going on. It's a big deal. I do have a different lapel pin on today. For those of you that are watching, or even if you're just listening, it's the Indiana lapel, Indiana state flag, basically, but a pin. It's got the torch there and just the outline of the state. I'm going to be using different pins on my outfits whenever I'm wearing a shirt that I can put a pin into and it'll sit nice. I thought, might be something nice to have. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to minimize this so it takes the glare off of my glasses so you guys can see my white eyes instead of a big old glaze on them. Now, you'll still see some reflections here and there, but it'll be a little bit better. Anyways, we've got a great show for you lined up today. A lot of stuff going on, and I don't really like to waste time anymore. We just get right into the show now that we're set up the way we are, with everything ready to go. I don't like too long of introductions. I like to get to things and start going. Armrests up in lock position. We're ready to cast. Let's go, Cat. Let's get going. I am so pumped up today. Watched a lot of the news, but I was doing some retouching today also for the afternoon. I did a lot of retouching, and shots look great, of course, but watched plenty of news to see what was going down in the world today. And it was just great stuff. All the stuff that is taking place now is just an amazing thing to be alive for this day, this time in your life. It's a great time because I see good things coming now. Finally, everything is going to move. Peace is here, and it is amazing. So they finished the deal up today in Egypt. Everybody signed the accords, and they put up their binders to show. Trump had Erdogan on his left from Turkey. On his right, he had the guy from Egypt there, and a little bit farther, he had the guy from Qatar there. And then all the other world leaders behind them, of course. And there was some great stuff that was said, but I don't want to bore you with all the details. Just needless to say, peace is in the Middle East. Ooh, doesn't that feel good to say? Peace is in the Middle East. Yeah! I am just happy today. I mean, it's just an amazing day. And nobody thought this could be done. But people underestimate Donald J. Trump, president. And if it was not for him, it would not have been done. It took his decisive action in Iran, stopping them from constructing a nuclear weapon. It showed we mean business. We're not jacking around anymore. We're going to take you out. And they realized that this is it. This is the time. I'm really upset that we haven't heard anything from Rashida Tlaib. She should be celebrating. I mean, I think she is Palestinian. So I don't get why she's not happy now. Unless she was always pro-Hamas and not pro-Palestine. So, I don't know. Hopefully we'll hear from her sooner than later. beginning to think a lot of that crap was just cover for them not liking Israel. But that is now gone. Kapooey! You no longer have that excuse, people, to be outrageously anti-Semite. So I think that's going to come to an end. Or if it doesn't, then these people are going to really lose support, because I don't think anybody's going to support people just thinking another group of people doesn't have a right to live. I don't see anybody for that. I'm not for that. Nope. So anybody comes out being that way, it's probably not going to work out too good for them, my estimations. So the reason this peace deal will hold up, in my opinion, is because there are so many levers, so many countries involved, and we're talking about Arabic countries. So they're going to be basically enforcing it. They'll be the ones that handle the security. They'll be the ones that handle the rebuilding, everything. And are you going to want to just have things destroyed that your own people paid for? I don't know. It's going to look bad. Like they're going to have to disarm. We did get all the 20 hostages back, but we did not get all the deceased hostages' bodies back. And I think we have to get them by tomorrow, or they might already be in violation of the agreement. So we'll see what happens with that. I guess they don't know where they are. Great job in taking care of that. That's why you can't have them be any part of anything anymore. If they can't even keep track of bodies, then they can't keep track of a government. And I'd be like, hey, you couldn't even keep track of the bodies. We can't trust you to have anything to do with the government. Sorry. You couldn't even keep track of dead bodies. That's kind of a big issue to us. So, and you knew that going into the agreement. We wanted those bodies back. And so we'll see what happens there. Hopefully they'll find them somewhere. So what else did we get to talk about? The Nobel Peace Prize again. They really need to give out another one this year or something. I heard that in 2013, everybody wanted this person to get it. They snubbed that person. They got a whole bunch of blowback, and the next year that person got it. I don't want to wait a whole year for Trump to get it. I want him to get it this year. Maybe this should be the first year where they give out two. The first and only year they give out 2 peace prizes, because I guess they met early and decided to give her that one, even though Trump's done a whole bunch of stuff now. So maybe it is the 2024 one, not the 2025 one. But he needs to get the award, or in my opinion, it means nothing. So I had information actually about the Nobel guy. Alfred Nobel was his name. And he was a dynamite person, for one. And in his will, he said he wanted to set up these awards. And his family contested it because they wanted the money. But eventually they lost, and the awards were set up. And I looked up, there's one for physics, chemistry, medicine, psychology, economics, and peace. I think there's 5 of them total. I think I said them all. And I'm like, well, he could get the economics one. He should get that one then. Give him an award. Have they given out the economic one yet? Yeah, it was interesting to read about that. But it's kind of a joke now. The award is a joke, and that's the sad thing. Nobel, I don't think he wanted it to be a joke when he set it up, but it's turned into a joke. Because of the country, I think that's in charge of running it. I think whoever's set up to run it is a joke. So maybe they could find out a better way to do that system. Because right now it's a joke, and I don't even care about it anymore. I'm to the point where I'm not going to pay any attention to it. Like it's a NISMOM or whoever they give it to. It doesn't mean anything. It's a joke because of what they've done this year. I think it's a travesty, and I think they need to fix it. And if they don't, then, like I said, it'll just be a joke thing. Nobody was going to care about it anymore. Yeah, it comes out and be like, well, who gets it this year? Who kissed the butt the most? Who kissed them butts the most? Oh, yeah, kiss the butt. Yeah. You kiss our butt. You kiss ring, and we give you award. You know, what a freaking joke. I'm not impressed with it. Hey, Kitty. Join the show. How you doing? How you doing? So Kitty has joined the show. If you're on the video, you can see my little kitty here. How you doing, Kitty? Yes. I have to be careful with her or she'll attack me. All right. We have to keep going, though, with the podcast. Yeah. So the Nobel is a joke. We don't care about it. And I think they need to fix it. They need to fix what they're doing with the Nobel. They need to give Trump one. I don't care what they do. Fix it. Give out another one. I don't care. Decide you've already decided the one for next year is going to be Trump. We'll just give it to you now. Whatever you're going to do it now. I don't want to wait for a year. I want this fixed now. All right? This is my calling for the Nobel people. Fix your award before it's too late. Otherwise, you guys are a joke. Fix it. Cha-ba-cha. Hey, don't mess with that. Cat's messing with my mouse receiver. The mouse receiver. Yeah, I want the mouse. You gonna work the board? Work the board, kitty? All right, what else can we talk about today? I can't let her touch the board because she will mess it up. What else can we talk about today? There was something else. Oh, there were people heckling Carmela today at her book thing. Or over the weekend. I don't know when it was. But I think it was today. And I'm like, don't they know that we fixed the problem? They were heckling her about genocide and blah, 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 war crimes, whatever the crap they're talking about. We fixed it. They don't even watch the news. They don't even know what they're complaining about. They just want to complain. They're just douches, you know? I'm like, hey, we fixed it. You guys, you can't go and yell that anymore. Go back to, you guys aren't green or some other stupid thing that you guys are going to chant about now, you know? Because it won't be, you can't do that thing anymore, okay? And it wasn't even true. She wasn't responsible for genocide. I mean, these people are so stupid, yelling at their own people, you know? I can't deal with people that are dumb. I mean, if I had people like that were dumb, I would just be like, oh, we got some more dummies up there, people. Let them talk for a minute. Let's see how stupid they are. And we won't really be able to talk very long because all they would yell is, oh, you kill, do you have any facts to back that up? Okay, then you don't. I got it. You're a dummy. Repeating your talking points as usual. You know nothing. You spout crap that you think you know about, and you look stupid to everyone in this room. Everyone is now dumber after hearing what you said. If they took it in and actually absorbed it, I just deny their freaking stupid crap. Let them be stupid. They're stupid. You know, one of my friends tells me, the last stupid person has not been born yet. I'm like, has the stupidest yet? Nope, the stupidest person has not been born yet. So you always can look forward to that. You're like, hey, this one's dumb, but there must be another one coming that's gonna be dumber. Telling you, we're having a good time today. It's a great day for Israel, for Palestine, for the Middle East, for the world, and for America. We finally have this problem solved. This is something Kat has hoped for decades, okay? Since I started following the news, actually. Yep, which was 2001 when 9/11 happened. That's when I started following it. So, and I stayed pretty close into it. And then I looked back at stuff too to make sure that that everything is that happened before. I'm informed on it, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really excited today. It's a powerful day. It's so good. I mean, and it's completely took over the news today. There's nothing on the government being shut down. There's nothing on any other story. This is where it's at. This is all anybody's talking about. I tried to get other story ideas, and there just weren't any. Oh, she came back. There just weren't any. So this is why we're talking about. And like I said, there shouldn't be any. This is the biggest thing that's ever happened in the world. I mean, Trump was heaping on praises to all the leaders. Leaders were heaping on praises to Trump, even leaders that don't normally do that. But everybody's on board with what's going on now. It's like we are excited for the future of humanity. This is where it's at now. Peace is where it's at, and again, that's why Trump should have got the award. I mean, there has never been something like this before in the world. This is an incredible, momentous occasion, and what the Nobel people did, they should have just gave it to him. I mean, how dumb are those people? They should have just said, "Yeah, we had to give it to Trump." But they're just so partisan, and it's so sad when people are oh, don't step on it, so blinded by their partisan ways instead of being pragmatic or impartial. They don't like somebody, and she's gonna step on the board. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to get to? I don't know what she's trying to do. I know everybody wants to see her, though. She's much more interesting than the cat is. That's for sure. She's a beautiful kitty, isn't she? Yep. I could tell you the story about how I got this cat. That's kind of an interesting story, I'll tell you. So one of my cats passed away, and I went and got another cat, and I got a black and white one. It was purring with me and stuff. I thought, okay, this would be a good cat, okay? And I get it home, and I don't see it for a whole week. And I'm like, wow, this isn't good. So then I have to look for the cat, and I'm like, I finally find the cat hiding under the dresser. I'm like, well, you obviously don't like it here. I should take you back. Well, that was a big old loophole, because then the cat didn't want to leave. Well, no, I like it here. I want to stay. Running everywhere, but and it bit me when I was trying to get it back into a carrier. I was like, hey, I thought you didn't like it here. You've been hiding for a week. Then all of a sudden he doesn't want to go anywhere. So but after he bit me, I was like, well, I'm not keeping you now, buddy. So I had to tape my finger up, and it would not stop bleeding. It was so bad. And I took the cat back, and I said, hey, it's not working out with the cat. And I said, it bit me. It bit you? Oh, we got to document everything then. I'm like, oh, it's not that big a deal. I just wanted to get a different cat. No, we have to document everything. And so she's writing down the information. She wanted to see it. But I was like, if I take this off, it's probably just going to start bleeding again. She's like, no, don't take it off then. But afterwards, she gave me some wipes and said, you better go clean it again and put on another Band-Aid. So I did. And I picked out another cat. Okay? This one was 5 years old, they said. It was a long-haired. His name was Tigger. It was kind of skinny, though. And so, but I was like, that's no problem. They said that the owner, they couldn't afford to feed it. That's why they dropped it off. I'm like, okay. I took the cat home. And then I thought, I think this cat might have diabetes. It was that kind of skinny, because I had a cat before that had diabetes. And I thought, it could be that. So when I went back with the cat for a shot it had to get, I asked them if they had tested it for diabetes. They said they hadn't, and they can't do that. I said, okay, well, I'm going to set her up an appointment and, or him, I think it was a him, and get him checked out for that. And so I set up the appointment. Can't get him set up right away, you know. But I set it up, and one day I came home and I didn't see Tigger, and I found him dead. And it's pretty sad. And it had only been a month. So I went back to the shelter again, and I said, well, the last cat died. They're like, it died? I said, yeah. What happened? I don't know. I got home, and it was passed away. So it was close to when they were closing, but they didn't want me to leave without an animal after that. And so they're like, well, pick it from the tablet, you know, instead of going back there. Just pick one out. And so I seen Kitty, the big cat here that you seen, on the tab. And well, that's a pretty calico. Oh, yeah, she's very pretty. They had a different name for her, Keelana, something weird, I don't know. Anyways, she never responded to it. That's why she got renamed to Kitty. That's the only thing she would respond to. Now she responds to Laser, even though that's not her name. One day I'll get the Laser, you know what I mean? If I just start clicking it or something, she'll come running in here. But that'd be mean to do. If I'm not going to play Laser with her, that'd be mean. Anyways, I said, that kitty, I'd like to try out that kitty. So they bring her out to the room, and she purred right away. I could share that video, actually. I still have the video from at the shelter. I could share that, post that on here. That would be a good one to have. But she was so tiny. She was 6 pounds when I got her. And as you see now, she's 17 pounds of fluff. She liked to eat. At first, her body got big, and her head didn't grow. And I'm like, man, your body's so big. Finally, her head caught up to her body. Well, kind of. I mean, her body's still enormous. So I got that wheel thing for her, trying to get her to lose weight. But, of course, that doesn't really work because she's not into the wheel thing that much. But, so that's the story of how I got her, because I picked out the picture is what got me to get her. Normally I go and try to see which one, gets, talks to me or, reaches out to me. But this one was just the picture. But then once she got in the room with me, she was total lovey. And I took her home. And at first she was like just hanging out on the sofa. And then like a day or two later, man, she was exploring everything. She was like a different cat. She's like, well, I'm going to be have fun cat. And she just came like a puppy. This cat's like a puppy. Loves playing games. It has one toy that if I throw the toy, she goes and gets it and brings it back to me. Drops it, wants me to throw it again. I throw it again, she'll go get it again, bring it back. Only this particular toy does she do it with, though. She'll play fetch with it. Of course, she doesn't like doing that as much as she does playing Laser now. Laser is her favorite thing, up and down the hallway. I tried to get her to do it on the wheel. She's not having the wheel, because when I first got her, I did her up and down the hallway, and so she's learned that, and that's all she does now. So, went off into a tangent telling you about the cat, but that's the story of how Cat got Kitty. The story of how Cat got Kitty. Pretty neat story, huh? I like having stuff like that in this. I think people like it too. It makes for something where a neat story, And coming up on a year since I've had her. I got her in November, so we're real close to a year I've had her. So, yeah. And she's become a great member of the family. Really like Kitty. Yeah, we like her a lot. She's a good kitty. All right. Well, what else did I want to talk about? Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. I think that's about it. Been trying to work things out on my CB app, which sometimes is very difficult. I don't know, sometimes people get so emotional about things, and I get it somewhat, but I don't get it to a point either that you gotta get super hyper focused on something that is just meant to be a hangout, kind of a stress reliever, where some people, they make it into a stress causer. And I'm like, if you're gonna do that, then you're not really even helping yourself. I wouldn't do that, because I see it as being not good for. It's not doing what it should be doing. At that point, I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be on it if it's negatively affecting you. I don't let it negatively affect me anymore. I use it for positive, and I don't really have issues, but I guess that's because I'm pretty open about stuff. If I have an issue, I will just talk about it. Where I think a lot of people box it in and don't talk about it, and can't get it resolved then if you won't talk about it. And that's a bummer. But some people, maybe they don't want to resolve it. Maybe they don't think it can be resolved. But until you actually have the dialogue, you don't know. A lot of things can be fixed if both people want them to be resolved. You always can have the option of where people don't want it to be resolved, and there's not a whole lot you can do. But if both parties are willing to resolve it, it can be resolved. I've just found that. I mean, if we finally have peace in Palestine and Israel, then anything else can be solved, in my opinion. That's what it comes down to. Because that was the hardest thing to ever be done in the history of mankind. It's been 3,000 years, and we finally have achieved it. And I'm going to say, yeah, we've achieved it, because if it doesn't hold, then those countries are going to get involved, and that's why it's going to hold. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to hold, because everybody is for it holding. And everybody's signed, and there's no ambiguity anymore. If somebody does bad stuff, they're just going to get the hammer on them, But I don't think we're going to have that issue, because I think both sides know that now. Trump don't play around, and everybody's agreed now to what they have to do, and that should resolve it. It should be resolved, and we should all be eternally grateful for Donald Trump, for what he's done for the world. World peace is at hand. When they used to say on those Miss Universe pageants or whatever, I want world peace, and you're always like, oh, that's never going to happen. It's happened, people. Because of Donald J. Trump, we have world peace. World peace, baby. As soon as we get Russia to stop shooting at Ukraine, we'll have it completely, And that's just a matter of time. We'll have that one done. World freaking peace. They said it couldn't be done. Nah. Donald Trump said, what can't be done? What? I can get it done. I can make it happen. This is how a businessman works. Would you ever vote for a career politician again after this? I mean, this is amazing. It's like, I don't think I ever want a career politician again as a president. Because the real people get things done. If this isn't a message that you don't want career politicians, then I don't know what is. That's the true thing. What he's done, stuff that nobody could do because they were career politicians. But a businessman gets it done. And I'm amazed, and like I said, should have known it would be a businessman that gets it done. It's impressive. Yep. And imagine what else he's going to do. It's a great time to be alive, everybody. You really should appreciate that you're alive right now. It is a great time to be alive. Look to the future. The future's bright. You might have to put on some sunglasses, because our future looks bright. Bright, baby. Another fantastic podcast by Kat Kennison here. Ooh, oh man, was this a good one. I freaking loved it. This was powerful, people. This was power. You feel like He-Man. I have the power, He-Man. Yeah, yeah, powerful. Goosebumps. All right, we're at 30 minutes, people. Time goes by when Cat tells a cat story, doesn't it? I'm glad you're all with me today. I appreciate the encouragement. I appreciate everybody coming and listening, watching. All the support you're giving me means the best. And I enjoy doing this, and I just appreciate everybody. And you guys know who you are that has been giving me the encouragement. And I'm very grateful. Very grateful. And I'll keep giving you good shows. I'll try to, anyways. I can't wait to see what we talk about tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. Let's see if I can get Kitty. Laser. 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 Oh, it's not coming. If I actually had the laser, though, I bet she would. We'll try it tomorrow, folks. We'll try the laser tomorrow and see if the kitty comes by me saying, laser. 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 She did come in. Laser, she says. Laser. Laser. All right, people. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Kat Kennison. Out. Chippa-cha.